Be prepared. The portal didn't wait for you to feel ready. It opened, and ready or not, you're already inside it. The moment you clicked this video, your soul responded to something bigger than logic. Something in your spirit already knew. You needed to hear this. Drop 512 in the comments to lock this energy into your field right now. What you're about to hear won't just make sense, it'll hit deep. Because for days now, maybe weeks, you've been feeling off, but couldn't explain why. This isn't just another full moon. This is a psychic amplifier, and it's pulling out things you thought you buried. The silence in your life? It's about speaking, loud, clear, relentless. You'll feel emotions rise out of nowhere. You'll remember things you haven't thought about in years. You might cry for no reason, laugh at odd moments, or feel like time is bending. And no, you're not broken. You're waking up. But here's the warning most people miss. If you don't know how to handle this shift, if you make the same spiritual mistakes during this portal that you've made in the past, this energy won't just shake you, it'll unravel you. That's why this message found you now. To protect your path, to stop the chaos before it takes over, to show you what not to do, because the truth is, this full moon is changing lives. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll know exactly how to move through it with power, not panic. Ready? Let's begin. The May 12th full moon is not subtle, it's a psychic amplifier, a spiritual loudspeaker, and it's tuning in to every emotion, every unspoken word, every buried memory. Right now, the veil between thought and reality is paper thin. The space between wishing and receiving, almost instant. This is the kind of moon that reflects not just what's around you, but what's inside you, and whatever's unresolved will echo louder than ever before. You may have already noticed it. Thinking of someone and then they text, mentioning a fear, and suddenly it shows up in your life. Wishing for rest and suddenly cancelled plans, a migraine, or your body just refusing to move. This isn't coincidence. This is what happens when your soul is caught in the feedback loop of the universe. Every emotion you feed right now becomes magnetic. Every sentence you speak, every thought you repeat is sending a message to the field around you. More of this, please. So if your inner dialogue is filled with fear, self-doubt, confusion, that's exactly what life will echo back. If you're feeling emotional, overwhelmed, or just completely done with everyone, good. That means your spirit is awake. That means your inner system is finally rejecting what no longer matches your truth. And if you've been blaming yourself for being too sensitive or too emotional, stop right there. That sensitivity, that's not a flaw. That's your spiritual GPS screaming that something needs your attention. This moon is bringing a clarity that cuts deep. It's not just about releasing what doesn't serve you. It's about exposing why you keep choosing it in the first place. Physical symptoms are messages now. A headache might be unspoken anger, a sore throat, truth held in too long, back pain, carrying burdens that were never yours. Your body is not betraying you, it's helping you release. Where it aches is where energy is trying to leave. If your sleep is chaotic, broken, or filled with vivid dreams you can't explain, it's because the downloads coming in are too large for your unconscious mind to process in one go. They're coming in pieces. That's why you're waking up at 3 a.m. feeling wired or unsettled. If your voice feels blocked, your throat tight, or your chest heavy, it's because truth is trying to come through. Not the filtered truth you say to keep the peace, the real truth. The one you've been swallowing for months, maybe years. And here's something you need to hear clearly. Every word you speak during this moon is a spell. Your intentions aren't just ideas right now, they're recipes. Your language, your self-talk, even the things you say as a joke, they all count. Be intentional, be sacred with your speech. Don't gossip, don't complain, don't curse your path, and don't underestimate the power of clean, silent sea either. Sometimes the most protective thing you can do during an energetic peak like this is not respond. not explain, not argue, not post. Just begin, feel, witness, breathe. This full moon isn't here to punish you. It's not here to make you feel broken or lost. It's here to show you the underlying emotional patterns, still shaping your decisions, especially when you're not paying attention. The relationships you keep chasing, the habits that drain you, the excuses you keep repeating, all of them are rooted in emotional memory. And this moon, it doesn't care about surface fixes. It doesn't want you to slap affirmations over wounds. It wants you to stop running, stop numbing, stop avoiding what's been waiting for your presence. So as this energy builds, don't be surprised if the people around you start revealing their truth too, not just with words, but with actions. Watch what happens when you say no. Watch who respects it and who resents it. This full moon reveals not just what you feel, but what the people around you are really made of. And that's exactly why, before you try to manifest your dream life or set intentions, you must first stop doing these 5 things. Because if you don't, this portal will amplify your chaos instead of your clarity, and we start with the most damaging mistake. Next, let's start with what hurts the most. This moon is a spotlight, and when the light gets brighter, most people do the opposite of what they're meant to do. They shrink. You might feel like hiding, canceling everything, saying, "I just need space," when what you really need is to be witnessed. But here's the secret. The more you shrink, the more pressure builds. This isn't emotional weakness, it's energetic mismatch. The portal is expanding, and your soul knows it's supposed to meet it with openness, courage, and stretch. But if your mind is still wired to survive, it tells you to play small, be quiet, stay safe. So you end up torn. One part of you knows you're supposed to rise. The other part is terrified to be seen in your raw truth. This full moon doesn't demand perfection. It demands presence. Are you willing to stop minimizing yourself when your voice could change everything? The emotions that feel too much are trying to guide you. The discomfort is showing you where you're still dimming your light to avoid rejection. But here's the real danger. If you keep shrinking, the universe will mirror that contraction, and you'll keep getting stuck in loops of frustration, invisibility, and almost. Ask yourself right now, where have I been silent out of fear, not wisdom? Say it out loud, write it down, break the spell of smallness. Comment. No more shrinking. If this is the shift your soul needed, write. Now the signs aren't subtle, they're bold, in your face, almost eerie. You say someone's name, they appear, you think of a place, and it shows up in your dreams. You ask for guidance and hear the same phrase from 3 different people within 24 hours. This isn't weird. This is confirmation overload. But the old you, the skeptical, logical, conditioned version, starts rationalizing it away. You say, "I'm probably just imagining things." Or worse, "I don't want to get my hopes up," but this full moon is a cosmic mirror. And when you doubt the signs, you distort the reflection. Your intuition is built on trust, not logic, and every time you second-guess that nudge, that dream, that pull, you delay the message your future self already sent. You don't need to understand the full meaning right now. You just need to respond. Write this down somewhere visible. The weirder it gets, the closer I am to truth. Because alignment is no longer logical, it's magnetic, and if you're still waiting for proof, you might miss the entire invitation. This is a time to treat your inner knowing like sacred technology. If it vibrates differently, that's your sign. If it won't leave your thoughts, that's your sign. If it makes no sense but feels real, that's your sign. Comment. I feel it. If the universe has been speaking louder than ever, and you're finally choosing to believe it. Healing doesn't have to hurt, but for most of us, that's a foreign idea. We've been taught that Healing requires collapse, pain, dramatic release. That if you're not crying, spiraling, or falling apart, you're not really doing the work. But what if that model is outdated? What if this full moon is inviting you into a softer path? During this portal, there's a new kind of healing available. It's quiet, it's gentle. It comes not through intensity, but through permission. Permission to rest, permission to feel without fixing, permission to receive, not always transmute. Old cycles said, suffer to heal. This cycle says, allow to heal, and if you're still running. Old patterns, you might be addicted to struggle. Pay attention. Are you making things harder than they need to be? Are you rejecting ease because it feels unfamiliar? You might be bypassing the very grace you asked for. This full moon energy doesn't want you in pain. It wants you awake. And you don't need to suffer to awaken. This is the time to open your palms instead of clenching your fists. Say this out loud. Peace doesn't have to be earned. Let it land. Let it wash over the part of you that's been working too hard to feel worthy. And remember, on May 12th and especially May 13th, the universe favors stillness. Do less, feel more, be present, comment. I receive without struggle. If this is your new healing path, here's a truth that might shake you. Not everything you feel is yours. This full moon isn't just activating personal wounds, it's unlocking collective memory. Grief might rise that has no story. Anger may surge without a trigger. You may wake up crying and not know why. That doesn't mean something's wrong. It means you're connected to something bigger. Ancestral grief, past life echoes, generational trauma. You're not just clearing your energy. You're helping dissolve energetic patterns that have been stuck for decades or lifetimes. But here's the danger. If you don't know this, you start thinking there's something wrong with you. You internalize it. You blame yourself, you spiral, and that's how you absorb energy that was only meant to pass through. This full moon invites you to become a better filter. Feel it, but don't hold it. Witness it, but don't own it. Move it, but don't. Marry it. Say this out loud. I release what is not mine to carry. Let it be a mantra. A shield, a reset, because you're allowed to feel deeply without drowning in it. You can be compassionate without becoming a container for the world's chaos. You're not broken. You're just picking up signals from a crowded, energetic field. Comment. Nah, I protect my field. If this truth gave you breath, here's what they don't tell you about full moons. The day after is often the hardest. Everyone's focused on the peak, May 12th. They light candles, set intentions, bathe in moonlight. But May 13th, that's when the integration begins. And for sensitive souls, that's when the real intensity hits. It's not a drop, it's a detox. You might wake up on May 13th feeling completely drained, irritated for no reason, emotional like something just snapped, overwhelmed with clarity that feels too big to process. That's not you falling apart. That's Youre's energetic processing. The full moon pulls everything to the surface, but it's the aftershock where your body and field actually begin to let go. And if you don't ground yourself, if you treat May 13 like back to normal, you'll miss the cleanup. This is the moment to pause, to journal, hydrate, nap, cut cords, walk barefoot, let the purge be sacred. And most importantly, don't mistake discomfort for failure. You're not regressing, you're releasing. Think of it like a fever breaking after an illness. You're not getting worse. You're clearing what's no longer yours. So plan your life accordingly. Give yourself the 13th to be quiet. Comment. I claim clarity. If you're choosing to honor the day after, because that's where the magic finishes its work, let's anchor this right now so it doesn't slip through the cracks of another rushed day. The energy is real, the shift is real, but without ritual, we forget. Without presence, the moment passes and we go back to sleep. You don't need anything fancy. Just to release your key, your breath, your intention, and the choice to not abandon yourself. Start here, right now. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and feel the weight of the last few days melt just a little. If you can, find a quiet space today. No noise, no distractions, just space. If it helps, light a candle or sit by a window where the natural light hits your face. Let your nervous system register that something sacred is happening. Now, either speak this out loud or write it on paper slowly, as if your soul is scripting it. I allow what's ready to rise. I trust what's ready to fall. I welcome this portal with clarity and love. Pause. Read it again. Feel your body respond. This is how we open the channel. This is how we stop just consuming guidance and start embodying it. Now drink a full glass of water. Slowly. Don't rush. Hold the glass. Feel its temperature. Thank it. Every sip is a reset. Every swallow is an agreement with life. You are saying, yes, I choose to stay present in this shift. Now, look around your physical space. Choose one small corner, just one drawer, one table, one surface, and clean it. Not just for appearance, for movement, because energy gets trapped in clutter, and when you move it physically, you move it energetically. Say this while you clean, even in a whisper. As I clear this space, I clear what's no longer needed in me. There is power in movement. Don't underestimate how sacred wiping a table becomes when it's done with intention. Now it's time to go deeper. Take out a piece of paper. Write this question at the top. What am I finally ready to forgive myself for? No editing, no judgment, no fixing. Let it spill out. Even if your hand shakes, even if your mind resists, it might be one sentence. It might be a paragraph, but be honest. That one thing you still punish yourself for, the memory you replay at night, the thing you still think makes you unworthy, put it here. Let it live on paper for just a moment. Now, burn it or tear it into pieces and bury it, flush it, throw it into the wind. Do it safely, but do it completely. You are sending a message to the universe. I'm done carrying expired guilt. It's time to walk free. This is one of the most powerful moments of the entire portal. Don't skip it. Don't save it for later. You are being witnessed, even if it feels like you're alone. Because right now, the veil is thin. What you think, say, and do creates instant echoes. After you complete this ritual, stay soft. You might receive signs right away, a strange coincidence, a sentence in a song, a moment of stillness that feels electric. Don't dismiss it. This is the echo of the energy saying, "We heard you." Stay open. Tonight, your dreams may carry messages. Don't expect logic, expect a truth in symbols. When you wake up tomorrow, journal what you remember. Even fragments, even one feeling, the subconscious is speaking. And now that you've made space, it can finally be heard. But even more important than what happens externally is how you care for your internal space. Now, because the energy doesn't lie, it responds directly to your thoughts, your posture, your willingness to stay aligned. Repeat this phrase throughout the day, especially when you feel shaky. I am safe in this shift. That one sentence can anchor you more than hours of overthinking. Don't try to be perfect in this transition. Be touched and present. Don't try to understand everything. Be touched and available. The truth is, this isn't the end of anything. It's a vast mirror being handed to your soul. You're being shown what's real, what's fake, what's still sacred, and what's been outgrown. Some of it will hurt. Some of it will liberate. Most of it will do both. Let the tears come. Let the silence stretch. Let the clarity feel strange at first. This is what rebirth actually looks like. No fireworks, no applause, just a quiet knowing. I can't go back to who I used to be. And that's a good thing. This isn't just a moon phase, it's a soul checkpoint. The kind you'll look back on months from now and realize it changed everything. You'll remember this week as the one where you finally chose peace over punishment. You said yes to a higher version of you. You stopped negotiating your intuition. You let something old truly end. You forgave yourself out loud, and when the wave settles, and it will, you'll still be standing. Not the same. A version of you, but a clearer S1, a softer one, a more rooted one. The world around you might not notice, but your soul will, and that's what matters. Now, to close this activation fully, place your hands over your heart. Take one last deep breath. Feel your chest rise and whisper, "Thank you, self. I stayed with you." Hold the line. Let the wave pass, and remember, on the other side of this, you're not just surviving, you're becoming. You weren't meant to hear this by accident. The universe doesn't work like that. Everything has purpose. Everything is aligned. And right now, you've crossed into something irreversible. This portal, this moment, is a gift, one that you chose long before you clicked on this video. Do you feel it? The shift, the pull. You're not the same person you were when you first started watching. This energy is real. It's not a coincidence that you're here, hearing these words. Just as the full moon's power rises to its peak, you were meant to receive this message. You were meant to step into this moment, and now you're being asked to step forward, to claim what's yours, to own the energy you've unlocked. The truth is, nothing will ever be the same for you again. Once you cross the threshold of awareness, there's no going back. You can't unsee the things you've learned today, the realizations that have bubbled up to the surface, but don't be afraid of that. Embrace it. This is the moment of transformation. Before the full moon reaches its peak, there's still time for you to make your final decision. Will you shrink back into old patterns, or will you stand tall and claim the next chapter of your story? If you're ready to make that commitment, if you're ready to own your shift, drop "I claim the shift" in the comments. Let the universe see you take that final step. Speak it out loud, feel the power in those words, and affirm to yourself, "I'm ready." And if you know someone who's struggling, who's in need of this message, share this with them. Send them this video, this activation, this call to wake up before the full moon reaches its peak. Don't wait. Share it now. You may be the one who helps them find their clarity. We'll be back soon, so don't let go of this energy. Hold it close. Remember, stay grounded, stay powerful, and stay awake. Because the shift doesn't stop here. It's just beginning, and this is only the first chapter of your new path.